Hi y'all, Tumbleweed here. Hopefully you've joined my growing Tumbleweed Sagas fan base and have also purchased your copy of Nicholas Dunn, The Making of a Texas Legend, the biography I wrote about a true-life conqueror of the Texas Nueces Strip. And I'm deeply grateful for the great feedback I've been getting on that biography. But let's talk about Texas Rangers. I've had some Texas Rangers among my ancestors, including my grandfather, Horace Greathouse, whose enlistment records I found in a museum down in Falfurrias, Texas. For anyone interested in the long and fascinating history of the Texas Rangers, I do recommend Walter Prescott Webb's Texas Rangers. Now, there are ranger museums scattered around Texas, including Fredericksburg and that one in Falfurrias, that tout the great deeds of the men who brought law and order to Texas. You know, there's a certain mystique or draw surrounding Texas Rangers. The likes of Jack Coffee Hayes or Leander McNally and Rip Ford and others were certainly worthy of fictional imitators. These Texas Rangers would sit their saddles proudly and ride off armed with rifle, pistols, likely a bowie knife, a tough constitution, and certainly a prayer. It's little wonder that great westerns often have a lawman main character or protagonist that the story gets wrapped around. Larry McMurtry, well, he had Woodrow Call in Lonesome Dove. Zane Grey had Lassiter in Riders of the Purple Sage. And David Milch, well, he featured Seth Bullock in his miniseries Deadwood. The protagonist of my Tumbleweed Sagas, well, he's a Texas Ranger named Luke Dunn. Naturally, every fictional hero has to have an Achilles heel, and Luke's no exception. While he establishes an impressive reputation as lawman, he remains ever conflicted over his roles of rancher on the one hand and Texas Ranger. He lives at a time when Texas Rangers were an off-again, on-again proposition, depending on the political druthers in Austin, Texas. Danger lurked in whichever course Luke chose. Prairie fires, blizzards, floods, stampedes, desperate killers, rustlers, savages, well, they were part and parcel, whether he was a lawman or a rancher. Just about anywhere he rode, death could be reaching for his reins. Luke has close brushes with the Grim Reaper, as outlaw bullets occasionally actually take pieces of his hide. He's a tall and handsome hero who honed his fighting skills on the heathers of Ireland, fighting against the British occupiers. Luke is prairie toughened, but vulnerable, fighter and lover, a man of grit with solid moral character. You might just take a shine to him as you read of his exploits. Now, thus far, you all been treated to 3 Tumbleweed Sagas featuring Luke Dunn: Nueces Justice, Nueces Prize, and Nueces Deceit. A 4th saga, Nueces Blood, will be released in March, and I urge you to experience that biography I've written of the life of a true Texan who immigrated from Ireland and helped tame the aforementioned Nueces Strip. Please do purchase and read your copy of Nicholas Dunn, The Making of a Texas Legend. Now, I bring some great news. The audio versions of Nueces Deceit and the Nicholas Dunn biography, well, they're in process. Stay tuned for audio release dates. My books from Defiance Press and Published are available online in print, audio, or ebook from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and directly from a publisher at defiancepress.com. In this cool winter weather, do curl up in a warm, comfy chair and let your imagination come alive with my books. Enjoy a cup of coffee, maybe even a glass of wine, or more. Get inspired, and especially, well, you all really do take care.